Hello, Dark Reader, and welcome to the Dark Side of the Library podcast. I'm your host, Katie, and with me is Wicked Carrie. Today, we are going to talk about kids' books that are being released in September 2022. There are so many books coming out that this is also a two-parter. If you have been catching up and listening along throughout this entire month, everything's a two-parter. Before we begin today, I'd love to invite you over to our website, darksideofthelibrary.com, to see all of our show notes. You can see a whole list of books there. If there is something of interest to you, you can find it over there. It's super fast, and it's just easy to catalog stuff. And keep in mind, Christmas is coming up, so I love keeping tabs on all of these awesome kids books that I can actually gift my nieces and nephews throughout Christmas time or birthdays in the whole year. Anyway, Carrie, get us started with some of these cool kids books.
I'm shopping for a book right now. Give me a second. They make it so easy.
I know.
The dangerous part about being a bookstagrammer is we're book shopping all the time.
Yeah, I know. It's bad.
So my first book today is Beatrice Likes the Dark. It's a hardcover picture book by Genevieve Tucholke, and it's illustrated by Lee. The publisher is Algonquin Young Readers. It's for preschool to 3. Beatrice likes the dark. She likes black clothes, graveyard picnics, and a sky full of stars. I like her already.
Oh, I do too.
Her sister, Rue, likes the light. She likes bright clothes, picking strawberries, and hot, sunny days. Beatrice and Rue are nothing alike and don't understand each other. This kind of reminds me of you and your sister and me and my brother.
I was just thinking that. That's hilarious.
Can Beatrice help Rue love the dark as much as she does? Can Rue help Beatrice love the light? Or are they simply too different to get along?
Aww.
The illustrations are just absolutely gorgeous, and I do like the message, because those of us that love all the dark stuff really need to live in a world with all the happy people that are wearing pink and yellow and living in the sunshine. We need them. So I'm definitely going to pick this up and read it to myself, and you will see me giving a preview of it this fall on our Amazon Live channel. It's Beatrice Likes the Dark by Genevieve Tucholke.
My first book up today is book 2 of the Cece Rios series. It's called Cece Rios and the King of Fears. This comes out September 27th. This is by Kaela Rivera. Cece Rios thought saving her sister would be the end of her adventures in the world of criaturas, but part of Juana's soul is still trapped in Devil's Alley. As Cece tries to find a way to get it back using her new Curandura abilities, Juana takes her fate in her own hands and sets off alone, intent on restoring her soul and getting revenge on El Sombrillon. But then they discover that El Cucuy, king of criaturas, is hunting for Cece, craving her powers for his own dark purposes. Can the Rios sisters, along with Coyote, Little Lion, and all the other criatura allies, uncover his secrets and reclaim Juana's soul? Or will the sinister forces of Devil's Alley overcome them all? I love this! This is really cute! So check this one out. This is book 2, so definitely look at the first book, obviously. It sounds like this is a whole big story. So this is Cece Rios and the King of Fears by Kaela Rivera.
And you did a great job revisiting your high school and college Spanish.
Oh my goodness.
My next book I have seen all over Kids Bookstagram and Kids Book Talk. It's the Crayons Trick or Treat.
Oh, cute.
It's a picture book by Daywalt. Oliver Jeffers is the illustrator. Comes out September 6th. The publisher is Philomel Books. It's for kids age preschool to 3. The hilarious crayons from the #1 New York Times best-selling book The Day the Crayons Quit are ready to celebrate Halloween. The crayons want to go trick-or-treating, but they're not sure what to say. In a humorous Halloween story, Purple Crayon teaches the rest of the crayon box the magic words to say when they ring their neighbors' doorbells. Hint, it's not boo!
That's
It's a really cute book with really simplistic illustrations. As this series is known for, it's the Crayons Trick or Treat by Drew Daywalt.
My next book has a gorgeous cover. It looks like kind of a nighttime spirit holding some owls and the moon, I think. It's really pretty. So this is called The Dark Was Done. It's a picture book. Comes out September 27th. This is by Laura Stringer. She's the illustrator and the author. Teach little ones about overcoming fears and appreciating the beauty in all things, even the dark. Everyone was afraid of the dark and pushed it away, wishing the dark would leave. So one day, the dark left and did not return. The dark was done. At first, nobody missed the dark.
I would.
I know, me
Sorry.
too. I'd be all about my curtains, my sun-blocking curtains. Anyway. But a young boy starts to miss creatures of the night. Crickets singing, owls hooting, bats flying. He decides to go look for the dark. One by one, others who miss the dark and all its creatures and mysteries and magic join in. Can they find a way to bring back the dark? It's a beautiful book. The illustrations inside match how gorgeous it is on the outside. It's a very unique, cool, painterly style. If you are a lover of the dark, check out The Dark Was Done by Lauren Stringer.
I already pre-ordered it.
I can't wait to see it.
My next book is for kids grade level 4 to 7. It's called Darkroom. It's a paperback by K.R. Alexander. Do you think an app that allows you to see ghosts would be cool? Well, prepare to be haunted, even when your phone is off.
Oh no.
That's all I know about this book that has a really creepy cover with a woman in a school hallway standing between lockers just screaming.
What?
I don't know much about this book. It says, in the latest chiller from million-copy seller K.R. Alexander, author of The Collector and The Fear Zone, an app that allows you to see ghosts can only lead you to horrifying sights. That's all I know about it. It's recommended for age 9 to 12 years. That's Darkroom.
My next book is called Eden's Everdark. It comes out September 6th. It's by Karen Strong, reading ages 8 through 12. The publisher is Simon & Schuster. Still grieving the loss of her mother, Eden visits Safina Island, her ancestral home, as a healing balm. But when she discovers an old sketchbook that belonged to her mother, she's haunted by the images she sees drawn there. A creepy mansion covered with roots and leaves.
It's my house.
I know, I'm like, that's fine. There's also a monstrous dog with dagger sharp teeth. I don't think that's your dogs, Carrie. They're too cute.
No, they're basically sleeping all day at this point.
Yeah. And a tall woman with wind-blown hair and long, sharp nails.
It's me!
Who is as beautiful as she is terrifying.
Oh, now it's really me. No, I'm just kidding.
I know, it's perfect. Days later, exploring the island alone, Eden follows a black cat through a rift in the bright day. She stumbles into Everdark, a parallel world where the sun never rises, where spirits linger between death and the afterlife, and where everything from her mother's drawings is all too real, especially the Witch of Everdark, who wants to make Eden her eternal daughter. Can Eden find a way to defeat the witch's magic, or will she remain trapped in Everdark forever? So this is called Eden's Everdark. This is by Karen Strong. The cover is stunning. It's a really bright purple, and it's a profile of this girl where she has kind of flowers in her hair, but at the very top you can see the mansion with the moon in the distance and a willow tree with pink flowers. Very beautiful stuff. So check this one out. Very cool.
You know, it makes me sad that no one wants to procreate with witches and they always have to kidnap children to have some daughters.
I know. What is up with that?
Jeez.
Especially beautiful and terrifying women.
Exactly. So my next book is adorable, and I pre-ordered it months ago. It's going to arrive September 6th. It's a picture book, Garlic and the Witch.
Oh, yay!
Bree Paulsen's brave little protagonist, Garlic, is back in this charmingly illustrated standalone companion to Garlic and the Vampire, serving up another tale of friendship, magic, and self-discovery. Garlic loves spending time with Witch Agnes, Carrot, and her new friend, the Count, who's proven to be a delightful neighbor to the village of vegetable people rather than a scary vampire. But despite Agnes's best attempts to homebrew a vegetarian blood substitute for Count, the ingredient she needs most can only be found at the magic market far from the valley. Before she knows it, with a broomstick in hand, Garlic is nervously preparing for a journey. But Garlic is experiencing another change too. Finger by finger, she appears to be turning human. Oh no!
Oh, wow.
Witch Agnes assures her that this is normal for her garden magic, but Garlic isn't so sure she's ready for such a big change. After all, changes are scary, and what if she doesn't want to be human after all?
Aww.
That's Garlic and the Witch, and it's really adorable. It's by Bree Paulsen.
My next book is called Ghostcloud. Comes out September 27th. It's by Michael Mann, and the publisher is Peachtree. It is a riveting, magical escapade about finding friendship and the courage to set yourself free against all odds. Kidnapped and forced to shovel coal underground in a half-bombed power station, 12-year-old Luke Smith Sharma keeps his head down and hopes he can earn his freedom from the evil Tabitha Margate. Then one day he discovers he can see things that others can't. Ghostly things. A ghostly girl named Alma, who can bend the shape of clouds to her will and rides them through the night sky. With Alma's help, Luke discovers his own innate powers and uncovers the terrible truth of why Tabitha is kidnapping children and forcing them to shovel coal. Interesting, we have more evil witches. Desperate to escape, Luke teams up with Alma, his best friend Ravi, and new girl Jess. Can Luke and his friends get away before they each become victims to a cruel and sinister scheme? This looks really fun, and again, this has a really cool cover. There's that coal mine, but there's like a house on top of it, and all of the smoke coming out of the chimneys is forming into like this rainbow cloud thing, and you can see Luke and the awesome ghostly girl Alma on the cover. Very cool. So this is Ghostcloud by Michael Mann.
Well, my next book has the word ghost in the title too.
Ooh.
It's that time of year. I love the spooky season. This is Ghoster Heights. It comes out September 27. It's by Corey Lansdell, Kelly Mellings, Rebecca Taylor, the editor, and Lisa LaRose, the illustrator and colorist. It's a haunting and hopeful middle-grade graphic novel about a girl, ghosts, and grief. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Oh, God.
8-year-old Ona has lost just about everything. Her home, her possessions, her mother, and almost her life. When she and her father move into her Baba's apartment complex after these traumatic events, they had hoped for a clean start. But a mysterious specter follows her, and Ona befriends the ghost that she discovers haunting the boiler room. That's so nice of her. When her new friendship starts allowing her to see other ghosts, the ghosts who haunt the other residents of her building, she decides to use her ability to help her new neighbors face their troubles and free themselves from their specters. In doing so, Ona must eventually come face to face with a much darker foe, her own trauma and grief. The earnestness of Judy Blume meets the raw emotion of I Kill Giants in this beautifully hopeful story of childhood tragedy. It's a graphic novel. It's called Ghoster Heights.
I have another book with the name Ghost in it. It's Ghostlight. Comes out September 6th. It's by Kenneth Oppel. Rebecca Strand was just 16 when she and her father fell to their deaths from the top of the Gibraltar Point Lighthouse in 1839.
What were they doing up there? Sorry.
Yeah, just how they fell, or were they pushed, remains a mystery. And their ghost haunt the lighthouse to this day. Gabe tells the story every day when he gives the ghost tour on Toronto Island. He tries to make it scary enough to satisfy the tourists, but he doesn't actually believe in ghosts until he finds himself face to face with Rebecca Strand. The true story of her death is far more terrifying than any ghost tale Gabe has told. Rebecca reveals that her father was a member of the Order, a secret society devoted to protecting the world from, quote, the wakeful and wicked dead.
Whoa.
Malevolent spirits like Viker, the ghost responsible for their deaths. But the Order has disappeared, and Viker's ghost is growing ever stronger. Now Gabe and his friends must find a way to stop Viker before they all become lost souls. This is for reading ages 10 through 13. This is Ghostlight by Kenneth Oppel.
Oh yeah? Well, my next book has ghosts in the title too.
No way! So many ghosts.
It's called Ghosts Come Rising. It's by Adam Perry. Comes out September 6th. It is for grade level 3 to 7 or reading age 8 to 12 years. So in the mid-19th century, a religious movement called spiritualism spread across America. Spiritualists believed that the living could communicate with the dead. This book is complete with ghostly black and white photographs. It's suspenseful and it tells the story of 12-year-old Liza Carroll and her little brother as they try to find answers and hide a secret while they're staying at a spooky spiritualist commune. I'm in. So let's read a little bit more about this one. After 12-year-old Liza Carroll and her 10-year-old brother John's parents die, they're placed in the custody of their uncle, a traveling photographer named Mr. Spencer. Now, Mr. Spencer realizes the gift that he has in his young relatives, and he uses them to help create fraudulent spirit photographs, which he sells to the grieving. I love this because that's actually based on stuff that happened in real life.
Oh my goodness, wow.
Chased from one town to another, they arrive at a settlement that's different than the others they've been to. It's a spiritualist commune in Pennsylvania named the Silver Star Society. Things feel different here. They're told they're at a thin place between the worlds of the living and the spirits. Shadows haunt the halls and strange forms appear in Liza's photographs. Is this real or is she the one being tricked this time? As Liza and her brother begin to investigate, the thin place begins to break, threatening everyone at the society. Can they fix it in time? And will their secret they've been hiding be revealed? I just hope their secret isn't incest. This is Ghosts Come Rising by Adam Perry, and it looks really good. I'm going to grab a copy.
My next book is called The Girl in White. It's a picture book. It comes out September 6th. This is by Lindsay, Currie. And if if your little one also likes R.L. Stine, this is a very similar vibe. It's a spooky middle grade read for reading ages 5th through 9th grade, so 8 to 12 years old. Mallory hasn't quite adapted to life in her new town of Eastport yet. Maybe it's because everyone is obsessed with keeping the town's reputation as the most cursed town in the United States. And thanks to the nightmares she's had since arriving, Mallory hardly sleeps. Combined with the unsettling sensation of being watched, she's quickly becoming convinced there's more to her town, something darker. When Mallory has a terrifying encounter with the same old woman from her dreams, she knows she has to do something. But what? With Eastport gearing up to celebrate the anniversary of their first recorded legend, Mallory is forced to investigate the one legend she's always secretly been afraid of. Sweet Molly. So, this sounds interesting. I'm going to peek at the inside to see if I can see any of the illustrations. I cannot, but I am looking forward to this. The cover is quite spooky. It's got a cool house, a girl walking on a cobblestone street, and there's like ghost kind of swirling around on the cover. It's really creepy. So this is called The Girl in White. It's by Lindsay, Currie.
My next book is in the Graveyard Girls series. It's called 1, 2, 3, 4, I Declare a Thumb War.
Oh.
It comes out September 6th. It's by Lisa Harrison, and it is for grade level 4 to 7 or age 8 to 12 years. It's set in Misery Falls, Oregon. The city is abuzz as the 100th anniversary of the electrocution of the town's most infamous killer, Silas Hoke, approaches. When a mysterious text message leads the girls to the cemetery where Silas Hoke is buried, life can't get any creepier. Except, yes, it can, thanks to the surprise storyteller who meets them at the cemetery, inspires the first ever meeting of the Graveyard Girls, and sets the stage for a terrifying tale from Whisper that they'll never forget. This slightly scary, extremely addictive story is the first in a 5-book series by authors Lisi Harrison and Daniel Kraus. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war.
I love that. My next book is called Krazyland. Comes out September 13th. It's by Mar Romasco-Moore. And it looks like this might be about a carnival.
Ooh.
There's like an eyeball peeking through a ball pit. It's a little sinister. So this apparently is a great read for fans of Neil Gaiman, Goosebumps, The Last Kids on Earth, and it's even crazier. Nathan used to be afraid of Krazyland when he was a young kid. Now that he's 12, the spooky-themed arcade games aren't that bad. He even enjoys stomping on plastic spiders and battling a creepy doll with big plastic eyes. Oh, he's braver than me. But things become scarier again when kids start to go missing from the entertainment park. There's another world that exists beneath Crazy Town's ball pit. Oh, I'm getting it. The cover really tells the story. A world where the entertainment park's games come to life. And if he isn't careful, Nathan is going to be the next one sucked under the ball pit. So this is actually for reading ages 8 through 12. I was a little surprised. And the publisher is Delacorte Press. They usually publish great books, so I'm looking forward to this one. It's Krazyland. I personally kind of hate theme park. I hate it in a good way, like they scare me the most. Oh. So I kind of feel like this one will be really creepy. This one is by Mar Romasco-Moore.
That's what I should call my house. Krazyland.
Krazyland.
My final book today is adorable. It's a finger puppet book from Chronicle Books.
Oh.
It's called Little Ghostie, and it's a little board book that you get for tiny babies, baby to 3 years old, and they can stick their hand through the book and like wiggle around the little ghost who's smiling and cute, and there's a bat on the cover.
Oh, cute.
It's a sweet rhyming Halloween board book that has a finger puppet built right into it. So the rhyming text says, 5 orange pumpkins sitting in a patch. I can't see the next page. 2 silver moons glowing brighter than the sun, and the moon is cute and smiling and covered in little bats. It is adorable. If you are a goth grandparent or a goth mom or dad, buy this for your little one. You can play with it. It's interactive and they can chew on it. That's Little Ghostie Finger Puppet Book by Chronicle Books, and the illustrator is Emily Dove.
My last book is called Maya and the Lord of Shadows. This is a part of the Maya and the Rising Dark series. This comes out September 13th. It's by Rena, Barron. This is the third and final book in Maya and the Rising Dark trilogy. So let me just briefly share what this book is about. War is coming. Despite everything Maya and her father have done, the veil that protects the human world is failing. The Lord of Shadows has raised an army powerful enough to challenge the Orishas, and it's only a matter of time before he breaks through the veil and destroys Maya's neighborhood and the rest of the world. Maya and her friends aren't going down without a fight. She's honing her guardian powers with the help of 2 new allies, her long-lost guardian sister and a mysterious Darkbringer. This looks really cool. The cover is absolutely beautiful. The reading age is for 8 through 12. Now you can get the entire trilogy. This is Maya and the Lord of Shadows, the final book of the Maya and the Rising Dark trilogy.
So if you are still here listening, this is the end of this particular episode of Dark Side of the Library podcast. Thanks for sticking with us. Be sure to tune in for part 2 of our Dark Kids books. We, of course, also talk about adult books, nonfiction books, and especially Halloween and horror here on this podcast. Check out our other episodes. You can also find us at Instagram and on Facebook at Dark Side of the Library. Don't forget about our Amazon live show where you can come chat with us about dark books and Halloween. We're at amazon.com/live/dark side of the library. I'll see you in the next podcast.